Right now at 6, the La Crosse County Board approves a more than $200 million budget.
And a DOT project could cause major delays for critical services in Trempealeau.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Campbell police believe a 21-year-old is linked to several shots fired calls.
Yeah, police say they've gotten 3 calls in the last 3 weeks. Officers were called to the 1600 block on La Crescent Street each time. Police arrested 21-year-old Logan Smizik shortly after the 3rd incident, which happened Monday. They say they found him drunk with a gun and 8 shell casings nearby. He's charged with reckless use of a firearm, but is currently out on bond.
Yeah, overall not a bad day. We just had a lot of cloud cover throughout the afternoon as clouds began to lower, but it remained precipitation free. But we are going to see a little bit of that this evening, but most areas I think will remain dry. Big picture shows the radar right now. Overall, we have some precipitation working through the system. It's here and there, but the amounts there you can kind of see behind it are not really coming up with much. Even Prairie du Chien just had a little bit of precipitation, just some trace amounts right now. So as we kind of zoom in, it looks more impressive on radar than actually hitting the ground. But that's kind of what we're going to see overall throughout the evening. A little bit up to the north, a lot of that's remaining to the west. As we look at back a future track, we're showing just a little bit of precipitation work its way east, but a lot of it continues to fall apart. So you may need the umbrella, but I think most areas will just remain dry as you kind of time it out there. Precipitation chances are really more just sprinkles. Still remaining mild, though. That's the better news, too. Temperatures only lowering back into the low 40s as we go throughout the evening. And the same story for Eau Claire. Mainly just cloud cover, a sprinkle or two. Overnight lows as you wake up tomorrow morning will just be cloud cover. It will be dry, but will be more into the 40s and upper 30s, so a little bit milder. Later on, we'll kind of break down the dry and mild stretch that we got coming. But we do have some bigger changes coming next week, so we'll kind of all break that down a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
Well, the La Crosse County Board has a 2025 budget. The price tag, $206 million.
And roads and raises make up a big part of it. News 8 Now's Allison Ferget is live in studio with a closer look. Good evening.
Ken and Emily, from better roads to increased services for vulnerable communities, La Crosse County is focusing on how they can best serve the area. Safe roads are a top priority in La Crosse. This budget includes the most funding ever for road repairs at $14 million. The county is also focusing on supporting the unhoused community. The budget creates 3 peer support specialist positions to help reduce area homelessness.
Every department has their finger on the pulse, and then as an organization we try to pull all of that together to make sure that the budget is spent on the things that are going to meet the most needs.
Thanks to a funding request during the meeting, the county earmarked $250,000 for the La Crosse Regional Airport. That money is meant to attract airlines who are nervous they won't make a profit in La Crosse. The budget also helps out the county staff. All employees will see a 3% pay increase. And although the budget did slightly increase compared to the previous year, you might not see it impact your wallet. The mill rate is lower this year, so if your property value stayed the same, your county taxes will actually decrease. Ken and Emily?
Allison, thanks very much. The Wisconsin Department of Justice has announced a settlement with Gunderson Health System for alleged pollution control violations. The $160,000 fine resolves a civil environmental enforcement action against the company for its operation of a wood-fired boiler in La Crosse County. That boiler violates Gunderson's air pollution control permit and state air pollution control regulations. That fine includes forfeitures, surcharges, and court costs. A bridge project between Trempealeau and Holmen is raising a lot of concern.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk is live at the Trempealeau Community Center with why. Grace.
Ken and Emily, the DOT plans to close WIS 35 between Holmen and Trempealeau for nearly 2 years as they work to replace bridges. The closure will cut off access to Trempealeau through WIS 35, requiring people to take Highway 53 through Galesville. The alternate route will add roughly 15 minutes to the drive. Officials and residents say their biggest concern is increased wait times for EMS services coming from La Crosse County. Holmen's former assistant fire chief says the added time is dangerous, and he wants WISDOT to find a different route.
It's just not a good idea. There has to be another route that we can take. We can get the bridges fixed, and people don't have to be shut down for, they're saying 2 years, That's a long time when the road is closed.
Village officials say they asked WSDOT to create a bypass lane instead, but they haven't had a response back yet. WSDOT is currently holding a meeting for residents, and behind me there is a long line of people waiting to get in to express their concerns. In Trempealeau, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Grace.
The La Crosse Planning Committee gathered feedback from the public at their open house for the Long-Range Metropolitan Transportation Plan. The plan updated every 5 years to ensure the Planning Committee is meeting current transportation needs in the city. Road, public transit, and pedestrian projects are all addressed in that plan.
Well, voter turnout in La Crosse was big for the election. The city clerk's office says it reached over 100%. The reason? Wisconsin voters can register the day of the election. It allows more ballots to be cast than the number of registered voters going into Election Day. Over 5,000 people registered at the polls on November 5th.
A local program is helping people who were once incarcerated get back on their feet. The League of Women Voters hosted a luncheon today for Project Proven. It provides resources like career and educational opportunities to help formerly incarcerated people adjust to new lives.
I think many people don't realize that emerging from prison or jail, you're in many cases resetting and starting all over again. And so accessing supports and resources is critical to make that journey successful and ultimately reduce recidivism.
The League will host another luncheon December 11th. We'll have a link to register on all of our platforms.
EV owners have a new spot to charge up in West Salem. Quick Trip cut the ribbon on a new electric vehicle charging station. It's at the Jefferson Street location, and it's a partnership with Xcel Energy. That's 2 years in the works.
They have to evolve with what the consumer and customer needs. So we're in the business of convenience. And so we want to provide what it is that the customer wants and needs.
This is the first of 4 upcoming EV locations.
A local organization is trying to stomp out hunger. Toma Health's Community Foundation just made a big donation. It supports Second Harvest Food Bank's Food Share program, which helps local families access healthy groceries. They'll get a debit card that they can use at most grocery stores and farmers markets.
Kids that are hungry are going to be less involved or engaged in school. There's going to be health concerns. I like to think of food as medicine, and the Food Share card allows people to go into stores. Almost every store that sells food accepts it. Allows them to go into stores and buy food that'll be helpful for them.
Toma Health is also pairing with Versity Blood Center for a 2-day blood drive. That's at the Recreation Park, runs from noon to 5.
New cabinet appointments.
President-elect Donald Trump making significant announcements regarding his administration.
ADHD, ADD, mouth breathing, and bedwetting are signs your child may have a myofunctional disorder. If left untreated, it may cause other health problems. There is help with myofunctional therapy at Allen Dental. Contact Allen Dental today to schedule your evaluation.
Save big on your next project at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Choose from our huge in-stock selection or design your door your way. Get this premium steel exterior door system for $279.99 after rebate. Paslode's fuel system makes their cordless nailers the lightest weight in the market, providing longer run times and easy portability. This Paslode cordless nailer kit is $310.61 after an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
Stay warm and cozy this winter with La Crosse Fireplace Company and receive a 30% federal tax credit. Unlike a traditional steel wood stove, a Hearthstone soapstone wood stove delivers consistent heat using beautiful soapstone. Purchase your Hearthstone wood stove before the end of the year and receive a 30% federal tax credit on the entire package and installation. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
If your home is looking drab, trade it in.
Trade it in.
The furniture's old and yucky, trade it in.
Trade it in.
If you're seeking a solution, then King's your resolution. If you're tired of your look, then trade it in.
At King's Trade-In Sale, trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months no-interest payments at the King Furniture Trade-In Sale. Trade it in!
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
I am your father.
At Allen Dental, we have hope for excessive snoring and disrupted sleep. Come to us for myofunctional therapy and oral sleep appliance.
President-elect Donald Trump made his first return to Washington today since winning the election. He met with President Joe Biden in the Oval Office, a tradition Trump abandoned in 2020 after his loss. Biden promised a smooth transition. Here's Trump's response.
Politics is tough, and it's in many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. A transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get.
First Lady Jill Biden also invited Melania Trump to the White House, but she declined.
President-elect Trump naming new members of his administration today. He has officially nominated Florida Senator Marco Rubio as Secretary of State and tapped controversial Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz to serve as Attorney General. Gaetz, a Trump loyalist, remains the subject of a House Ethics Committee investigation into whether he engaged in sexual misconduct or illicit drug use.
It's officially a trifecta. The GOP now controls the White House, Senate, and the House. Today, Republicans took back power in the House, 218 to 208 over the Democrats. Mike Johnson is expected to keep his speaker role. In the Senate, John Thune is the new leader there. He takes over for Senator Mitch McConnell. Thune is the first new GOP leader in 18 years.
Well, will tonight call for some showers? Perhaps Greg's got the actual answer.
We do have some showers, but the good news is the end of the week looks dry, and even the weekend doesn't look too bad either. We'll kind of break down what the temperatures are like through the weekend and the big changes that might be coming next week. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley stain-resistant fabric Where Have You Been All My Life Black Friday event. But don't wait. It's also the Ashley You Can Save Up to $1,000 store-wide Black Friday event.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Ready? Okay.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, our annual Toyland tradition kicks off the gift-giving season with amazing toys at unbeatable prices. So discover the magic during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's toy sale. Like these Lego playsets, $15.99. Get a free Toyland Semi with a $60 toy purchase. Shop store-wide savings like a free $20 e-gift card when you buy a bucket of Shell Rotella diesel oil. Plus, buy online and pick up your order in our convenient drive-thru. Experience the magic of Toyland during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's toy sale, going on now.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley, there's no way my husband's snoring is going to keep me awake now Black Friday event. But don't wait, because it's also the Ashley, you can get 0% interest for 72 months Black Friday event.
Well, we do have some light rain for tonight, but a lot of areas will probably not see any. And if you do, probably enough to wet the ground. But you might need an umbrella. There was a few showers out tonight, overnight hours. By the morning commute, it should be dry. That's good news. Dry for Thursday and Friday. More sun by Friday, so the temperatures will be a little bit milder, but still above average for this time of year on both days. Clouds come back in for Saturday and breezy conditions. We have another system coming through. The good news, this system is dry. We're just going to see some breezy conditions on Saturday, so temperature difference between the 2 days won't be much. But here's your precipitation. And a lot of the main band continues to sit from Twin Cities down to Mason City, kind of the backside as it rotates around the low, which is now in probably northern Illinois or northeastern Iowa. So as it continues to spin, we'll see a few showers kind of come up ahead of it into southwest Wisconsin. But all in all, a lot of this is not reaching the ground. Prairie du Chien just basically had a trace of precipitation when it came through. This will continue, but notice this back edge kind of falls apart as we go later in the evening or closer to about 10:30. So all in all, we're not expecting a lot of activity going throughout the way we get towards the midnight. Cloud cover will persist as the band begins to push east overnight. And by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, the morning commute, it should be mostly dry. There could be a few sprinkles or showers remaining probably south and east La Crosse, Richland County, maybe Sauk County in these areas. Amounts would be light. Most of the other area will remain dry. Clouds will be the story as you wake up, but all in all, although nothing else. There's your amounts, really not much. Some areas less than basically a trace, maybe a tenth in some of the areas. Further south of Prairie du Chien and southeast of that area, that's where I think you'll see more of the precipitation. But all in all, very light rain amounts, just really enough, as I said, to wet the ground, and that's about it. Tomorrow's highs, not too bad, upper 40s, low 50s, a little bit more sun in the afternoon, clouds to start, but all in all, not a bad day for almost the middle of November. And Friday, a little bit more sun out there. Probably some morning low clouds. Can't rule out some fog quite yet, but all in all, 50s pretty much for most of the area. So a degree or two warmer potentially than Thursday. And I mentioned that breezy conditions for Saturday, and that's because this warm front's going to lift north, and we're going to get strong gusty winds ahead of that front coming through, which will come through probably Sunday morning. Not a lot of moisture we'll work with, so we'll have cloud cover, some gusty winds for Saturday, and maybe clearing skies for Sunday. But all in all, the weekend is shaping up to be dry. Just might have to deal with some of that wind briefly on Saturday. Temperatures overall, not much change. Then we go into early next week. Monday looks good, but then Monday night and Tuesday, this system way down to the south is a stretch of really going to be a complex and large system that's really going to impact us throughout the whole entire next week. Monday night, Tuesday, there's your rain amounts, 1 to 2 inches. This is all rainfall right now, not seeing any snow. But then as we get towards the end of next week, potentially for some snow probably for some areas, especially lake effect. This is only a slight risk, but something to keep an eye on for next Thursday and Friday, along with a lot of wind with this system too. So we got some hazards come, but it's not till end of next week. So enjoy the nice and mild stretch until then, including some upper 50s potentially on Saturday. And then it gets messy next week with a lot more details to be worked out regarding precipitation, snow, and all of that. But you notice the temperatures by this time next week, we're back down, struggling to hit 40 for a high.
That'll be quite a change.
Yep, back to where, almost where we should be by the time we're getting closer to Thanksgiving.
That's right. All right, Greg, thanks very much. Coming up next in sports, new man in charge. The Packers will face a Chicago team with a new offensive coordinator. Hear what changes will prompt from Green Bay defensively when they meet Sunday for the 209th time. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
$250 cash bonus available for new Ultra members ages 18 plus who open a new Ultra membership and a new A+ Platinum or A+ checking account in person at an Ultra branch. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life. Federally insured by NCUA.
During the Black Friday sales event going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $600 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Your journey to wellness begins at Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where excellence in orthopedic care is a reality. From initial consultation to post-operative recovery, every step of the way is tailored to you. The numerous awards for orthopedic services are a testament to our entire team's skill and dedication. Your path to wellness is paved with our unwavering support and expertise. Trust us for a brighter, more active tomorrow. Vernon Memorial Healthcare.
Where there's a flooded basement, there's a solution. Where there are wet spots or musty smells, there's an answer. Where wood damage or dry rot is stealing home value, there's an expert. American Waterworks. For wet basements, wood damage, and effects of dry rot, American Waterworks professional crack repair, waterproofing, sump pumps, and vapor barriers provide long-lasting solutions to tough problems. Wherever moisture problems surface, there's an answer. American Waterworks. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
During the Black Friday sales event going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $400 on select Sealy adjustable mattress sets. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
New Ultra members who open an A+ checking or A+ Platinum account in person at a branch get a $250 cash bonus. That's right, get $250 cash for opening a new A+ checking or A+ Platinum account with a $500 direct deposit. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life. Federally insured by NCUA.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
One of the best rivalries in the National Football League is going down for the 209th time this coming Sunday. The Packers and Bears meet from the Windy City. But Green Bay has dominated as of late, winning the last 10 meetings. And after a 4-2 start, the Bears have dropped their last 3 games and just fired their offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron, yesterday. Now, Waldron was just added this past offseason, and despite a big change to the coaching staff, Matt LaFleur says not all that much will change for his defensive unit.
I'm sure there's going to be some unscouted looks, but that could be every week, especially when you're going into a division rivalry game. So you just kind of got to go off what they've shown on tape and really trust your rules.
LaFleur has yet to lose to the Bears in his tenure with the Green and Gold. The Packers are 5-point favorites against their NFC North foes. Kickoff is set for noon. More NBA Cup action tonight as the 2 unbeaten teams in the East Group B go head-to-head at 7, the Bucks and Detroit Pistons. Last night, Milwaukee looked a little bit more like the Bucks team we've been used to seeing lately, taking care of the Raptors 99-85. Despite shooting 28.6% from 3, Doc Rivers was happy with those kind of looks for his squad.
One of the things we've been harping on is getting to the paint, create more threes. Well, shot 56 of them today, and 50 of them were great shots, you know, and we just didn't shoot them well. But, man, if we play like that every night and get those shots, we're going to be fine.
The Bucks are 21st out of 30 teams in points per game at 109.5 on average. Milwaukee is 1.5 games behind the Pistons in the Central Division standings. And for the 3rd time in 12 games, the Timberwolves will be facing the Trailblazers tonight. These 2 squads just matched up last night, and Portland was victorious 122-108. Naz Reid and Anthony Edwards accounted for half of Minnesota's points in the loss. Meanwhile, 7 players had double digits for the Blazers. Tip-off scheduled once again for 9. Personally, I'm a fan of the NBA Cup in the middle of the season. I think it builds a little bit of extra excitement. I just think it might be a little bit too early.
Potentially. Yeah. It puts more stakes on some of the games that otherwise would just be regular season in past years.
Yeah.
Those court designs are keeping it interesting.
Definitely,
they're different.
Definitely interesting.
Very interesting.
Definitely, when you see it on the screen, you are looking at the court first thing.
Yeah. If you were watching that Bucks game the other night, oh, that's a lot of blue coming at you.
Very blue.
Like they're just in like the ocean. Like it's just a bunch of blue.
They're just playing in Lake Michigan. That's what they're doing.
Exactly. Perfect. Love it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
All right.
Okay.
Jacob, thanks very much.
All right, we'll have another look at your forecast right after this.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
One of the things that I found very helpful was with the education that Tom provided me to help me understand the role that each unit played in helping to maintain good water quality.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Why wait until Black Friday for big savings? At Wesco and Sparta, it's Black November. Get break down the door savings on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and flooring. Save even more with coupon savings of $25 to $100. Buy one item, use one coupon. Buy 10 items, use 10 coupons. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes? I love these free phone flakes.
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each serving has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they? Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. US Cellular.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Enjoy an early morning with a sausage McMuffin with egg. Right now, get 2 for just $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
A morning show that's built just for you. Headlines, weather, and just the right amount of fun. News 8 Now this morning. We'll see you when you wake up.
One of the things that I found very helpful was with the education that Tom provided me to help me understand the role that each unit played in helping to maintain good water quality.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
All right, some might see a little bit of a shower or sprinkle tonight. I think a lot of areas will remain dry. Dry conditions then return for the next couple days, actually through the weekend. Mild temperatures continue. Enjoy it, because there's a lot of big changes coming next week, unfortunately.
The streak continues for Jacob. Do you get to go to one of those games?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. All right. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6.
We'll see you at 10.